Bigger topics condensed to easier understanding, just to simplify sustainability. Let's learn together. Now that you've told us that you've interned, you've worked, of course you've read up the laws, in India, and now you have the United States exposure. So, what would you say is the main difference that, say, a school like GNLU versus a school like Stanford approach the broader topics of, say, sustainability or climate change?
I think the one major difference was the way that the subjects were taught.
Okay.
Like, I can give you an example. When I studied energy law in Stanford, a lot of the focus was also, they made me go back to math. And that is something, I was like, where am I? Why have them do? I was just like, no, this is not my thing. But they wanted you to understand how the rate is calculated for power and those kind of things. Because they think that you need to have an understanding of how the system works to be a better litigator or to be a better lawyer. So the primary difference was that the way the subject was taught, right? They want you to understand how a rate is set, what factors are considered, and they believe that you should know these things. Even lawyers should know these things because that'll make you a better litigator. It's far more open-minded, I think, in the way that, and it's more interdisciplinary, if I might add. Like,
Okay.
one of the good things that Stanford has to offer is that you can take any class in any of the other schools, not just the law schools. So you can keep combining, shuffling it around. So one of the classes I took was in the medical school, where where I took climate crisis management, because it was being taught by this doctor who dealt with the pandemic. And he said that there are so many correlations in the way that you look at the pandemic and in the way that you look at climate change as a crisis, and how people have to start responding to it. So it's just the way that everything is taught to you. It's not, here, this is the book, memorize it, and spit it all out in the exam. It just opens your mind. Yeah, I think it was an amazing experience.
Nice. And in GNLU, it was more like rote learning, you would say, like the typical way that we were all taught?
Yes, I do think so.
Okay.
Because unfortunately, that's the way. And I think that's also the impression that people have of law students, that, oh, I bet you have to memorize a lot. Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
In law school, you have to memorize a lot. And they train you. I guess that has its benefits, because I'm able now to study for the bar exam by really memorizing a lot, and it's not scary to me.
Yeah.
So I won't diss the system, the education system, that much, because it is helping me right now. But how much of it has it taught me how to apply what I learned? No, I think it was my job and my internships.
Good. Okay. I mean, that sort of makes sense. And thank you for restoring a little bit of faith in our Indian education system, because, I mean, otherwise there's a lot of, bashing, let's say, against it. I mean, which it deserves in some aspects, of course, but we should, the lawyers, I hope, are praising the rote learning system right here. Want to watch the whole podcast? Head over to Sephra's Green and Greener Show or SGGS podcast right now.